Human trafficking is a problem that lurks in the dark. It's often hard to see. The unfortunate truth is that Tampa Bay is an epicenter for human trafficking. I'm proud that here in the Tampa Bay area, we don't close our eyes to the problem. We shine a light on it. We are committed to making sure that everybody in this community understands what human trafficking looks like.
Today we just had this incredible event, and it was from It's a Penalty, hosted the event along with Hilton and of course the Commission on Human Trafficking for Hillsborough County. And it was about coming together and having a conversation about what is going on around Super Bowl, but more importantly is what is human trafficking, with a focus on sex trafficking. And when such an event such as Super Bowl comes to your area, what does that impact? Really, what happens to those who are the voiceless? And about coming together collectively and collaboratively with all entities so that at the end of the day, it's about the victims to survivors to thrivers, and that we find a way to eradicate human trafficking in our own backyard.
Human trafficking is a 365-day-a-year undertaking by the criminal enterprise. It really gets a lot of opportunity when large groups of people gather for things like Super Bowls. And so in advance of the Super Bowl coming to Tampa, we wanted to have an event that raised awareness, that helped increase our network of all the partners engaged in this, whether they be educators, parents of teenagers that might be vulnerable to this, as well as the business community that are vulnerable to be victims as well.
After Super Bowl 54, we immediately started gearing up for Super Bowl 55, because just as it brings excitement and fans and fun and competitive spirit, it also brings the underside of the criminal world. And that is those that are using an entertaining event to increase their sales of our most vulnerable.
Public awareness about human trafficking is one of the key signs to getting human trafficking to stop, to educate the community. So to use events like this and It's a Penalty campaign to educate the community is really important to seeing an end in human trafficking. We had a panel that showcased all the different aspects of human trafficking and what is being done to battle it here. We saw law enforcement, we saw the transportation industry, we saw the hotel industry, and then we had nonprofits like A21 and It's a Penalty.
Whether it be sex trafficking or labor trafficking. Labor trafficking really gets kind of an underrepresented mention when we're talking about trafficking because the sex side is so horrific. In the hospitality industry, we're very prone to labor trafficking with outsourced contract labor crews, whether they be for landscaping, cleaning, that sort of thing. FRLA recognized a need to raise awareness and then worked with non-governmental organizations, victim advocates, law enforcement to develop that knowledge base that the frontline employee really needed to be aware of.
The more people who know, the more people there are to speak up. That's how we fight against this.
All of you in this room making sure that your team members know about human trafficking, know the signs, are committed in our efforts, that will help us because we are making strides.
Get out there, support local organizations, and again, if you see something, do something about it. Listen to your gut and to your instincts. Make that phone call to the National Human Trafficking Hotline number or to just 911 and say, this is what I see, and give them as many details as possible.